In the year 108, a man named Epictetus was already dead, but the words he never wrote down were still being copied by hand in a language he spoke as a slave. He owned nothing. Not his body, not his name at birth, not even the leg a Roman master broke, allegedly, just to see if he would flinch. He didn't own an opinion of himself that came from outside himself. And that, it turns out, is the part of him modern people need most. Because right now, today, you will hand your peace of mind to a stranger with an avatar of a cartoon frog, and you will do it for free. You check your phone before you've opened your eyes properly. Somewhere in that first scroll is a comment. Maybe it's about your face, your opinion, your job, your body, the thing you made and were proud of for 11 minutes before you posted it. You don't know this person. You will never meet them. And still, some part of you spends the next 4 hours quietly negotiating with their judgment, rewriting a sentence in your head, softening what you'd say next time, wondering if they're right about you. You didn't choose this. Nobody sat you down and asked if you'd like to outsource your self-worth to strangers with no context and no stakes. It just happened slowly, the way all quiet surrenders happen. Epictetus knew what it meant to have no control over how he was seen. He was property before he was a philosopher. Even after he earned his freedom, he taught for nothing in a rented room in Nicopolis, refusing payment because he didn't want his teaching owned by anyone either. His students wrote down his lectures. He never did on principle. What survived is called the Enchiridion, a word that means the thing you hold in your hand. A handbook. And the very first line of it draws a border that most people alive today have never once respected. Some things are up to us and some things are not. Our judgments, our impulses, our desires, our aversions, ours. Our body, our reputation, our standing in the eyes of others, not ours. Never were. Start with the first idea, and it's the whole architecture. A stranger's opinion of you is not yours to control, and was never going to be, no matter how well you behaved online. Think about the last time you agonized over a comment. You didn't actually want to change that one person's mind. You wanted the feeling to stop. But the feeling doesn't stop by managing the outside world. It stops by noticing you were trying to control something that was never within your reach. Epictetus put it plainly, people are disturbed not by things but by the opinions about the things. The comment didn't hurt you. Your belief that it meant something did. Second idea, the algorithm has learned something Epictetus warned about 2,000 years early, that a mind chasing external validation is a mind that will never rest, because the supply is infinite and the standard keeps moving. You post something you're proud of. It gets 40 likes. Somehow you needed 400. You get 400. Somehow now you need it every time or it feels like failure. That's not vanity. That's a starving system, built to be starving on purpose because a satisfied person closes the app. The Stoics would call this chasing what is not up to us. Dressed up now and push notifications instead of Roman Senate approval, but the same trap, wearing better lighting. Third idea, and this is the one people resist. The goal was never to stop caring what happens to you. It was to relocate where you're carrying lives. Epictetus wasn't teaching indifference. He was teaching precision. Care ferociously about what's yours. Your effort, your honesty, your intention, the quality of the thing you made. Let go of the part that was always a rumor anyway. What a stranger who knows nothing of your life decided to think about you for 6 seconds before scrolling on. He told his students to treat reputation the way you treat weather. You dress for it. You don't take it personally. But here's what most people miss about the dichotomy of control. They think it means caring less. It doesn't. It means caring correctly. Picture two people posting the same photo. One spends the next hour refreshing, watching numbers, reading tone into every comment, quietly editing themselves for an audience that will forget the post by tomorrow. The other posted it because it was true, hit send, and went back to their life. Not because they don't care, but because they already did the caring in the making of the thing where it actually mattered. The dichotomy of control isn't a wall you build to keep the world out. It's a filter you run everything through before you let it touch you. Is this mine to shape? Then work on it with everything you have. Is this a stranger's momentary reaction, filtered through their own bad day, their own unspoken envy, their own algorithm-fed reflexes? Then it was never yours to hold in the first place. You just picked it up out of habit, the way you'd pick up a coat that isn't yours because it was hanging near the door. The internet didn't invent the problem Epictetus was solving. It just industrialized it, made it faster, made it available at 2 a.m., made the strangers infinite instead of just the neighbors in your village. The remedy is exactly as old as the problem. Draw the line and stand on your side of it on purpose every single time you feel the pull to cross. Somewhere right now, someone is composing a comment about a stranger they will never think about again after they hit send. It will cost them nothing. Could cost you an evening if you let it. You don't have to answer for opinions formed in 6 seconds by people who will never carry any part of your life but that one screenshot. The freedom Epictetus found in a rented room with nothing to his name is still sitting there, unclaimed, waiting for anyone willing to stop confusing what's said about them with who they actually are. So the next time it happens, and it will happen tonight, maybe ask yourself the only question that was ever yours to answer. Is this mine to carry, or was I just taught to pick it up?